NACDS annual meeting may be over, but the deals that happened in Palm Beach will carry over into the chain pharmacy store shelves nationwide. I'm Sarah Solomon with NACDS TV. Now we are saying goodbye to the annual meeting here in Palm Beach, but the real work starts now. The connections that sparked at the conference are the backbone of the chain pharmacy industry.
It's our first year here. Well, first of all, we're really impressed with the venue. This is an incredible venue, and it's a great group, and it's a very impressive setup, and all the right people are here.
NACDS does a great job with their agenda. All the logistics are first rate. I think everybody in the industry looks at NACDS and annual as the cream of the crop for this type of event.
Once a year, one of a kind. That statement didn't only describe the NACDS annual meeting, but also speaks true to the new NACDS chairman of the board, Randy Edeker. Edeker brings an ambitious agenda to the table. His goals over the next year include to navigate Medicaid payment systems, evolve our healthcare delivery model, and address how millennials will affect pharmacy.
Really what we need to do is just continue forward with all the action plans that we have. There's a lot of regulatory opportunities from the government relations side, and there's also just kind of helping continue to kind of forge the path of what healthcare is going to look like in the future, because it's a very evolutionary time right now in healthcare.
VP of U.S. Consumer Sales for Johnson & Johnson, Caitlin Pappas, shed light on trends that are driving change and opportunity. Pappas said the biggest influence on the horizon is a new group of shoppers classified as centennials, and retailers should be aware of the significant differences between them and millennials. Meet the centennials. They're currently 0 to 17 years old and possess a more mature outlook on the future. They want the world to see the real person they are rather than the stereotype, and they use social media as their diary.
They're only probably 4 or 5 years away from being very important shoppers in our stores. So I think learn about them, talk to them, do focus groups, and understand, how they're different. They're very critical, as a generation, I'd say. So you have to be very transparent with them, and you have to accept their feedback. So things like online store and product reviews are very important to them, and you have to be able to handle that. You have to be able to deal with their comments and get back to them and tell them, oh, this is how we're going to improve, or this is how we're going to change something. So a little tidbit, but most importantly, we've still got a while before they're going to become our main shoppers, so just learn about them now.
A warm NACDS welcome was given to economist Dr. Lawrence Summers during his informative message on how education plays a huge role on the state of the economy.
He played a key role in talking about education. I don't think we as a country put enough resources into education. Both of my parents were public school teachers, so I see such a value in knowing how to educate children, and it's based off of the family, and so we all want to lead better lives. I want my children to lead better lives than I'm leading today, so the more we put into education, the better our country's going to be in the long run.
Business and education weren't the only things on the agenda. Politics were also part of the conversation. Let's check in with NACDS TV's Rhonda Craig for more. Rhonda?
The annual chain member meeting and packed breakfast gave members a chance to hear from one of the most effective strategists in American business. Bruce Johnston, the U.S. Chamber of Commerce EVP for Government Affairs, urged the PAC to step up their political involvement and help elect candidates that are serious about solving problems. He told the PAC it's far better to elect someone who shares your philosophy than to elect someone with a different philosophy with the hopes of changing their mind.
The challenge has been the people who are backing some of these primary people that are far right or far left is they can win a primary, but they can't win a general election. So what the NACDS members need to do is filter out the people who really want to govern responsibly from the people who just want to come, scream, shout, and make political statements and not be true legislators.
From people making a difference on the Hill to people making a difference within NACDS, Sarah Solomon has more from the awards reception.
Thanks, Rhonda. 3 industry icons were recognized for their dedication and impact in the field. Former president and CEO of Walgreens, Greg Wasson, was recognized with the Sheldon W. Fantle Lifetime Achievement Award. Wasson served in several positions during his 35 years in the chain pharmacy industry, including chairman of the NACDS Board of Directors. David Heist of Bayer Consumer Care and Lou Martier of Energizer Holdings both received the Robert B. Begley Award. NACDS would like to thank all 3 of the award winners for their dedication and tireless work to push our industry forward. If you loved your time at the Breakers Hotel this year, the NACDS annual meeting will be back in Palm Beach in 2016. Mark your calendars for April 16th to the 19th to make more connections and build better business with retailers and suppliers alike. NACDS is known for top-notch speakers and entertainment, and this year was no different. Entertainment expert David Tutera spoke to a packed room of spouses and companions during the NACDS luncheon about building a brand. Tutera credited his success to never saying no to an opportunity, a concept he knows this dynamic group of NACDS members are familiar with.
Now that I'm in the retail world with my brand, I think speaking here today hopefully has made them realize that the most important thing is to pay close attention to the consumer. You know, the success of my brand has been only because I've always made sure I knew what the consumer was looking for, missing, and the niche to fill it. And that's what I know all retailers need to do, including this specific association. So hopefully I might have had a little bit of knowledge, which I'm sure none of them really needed, but when they hear it from someone that's not in their world, sometimes it's heard a little bit more clearly.
Even more celebrities grace the stage, and we'll tell you who had a stellar performance in just a few. But first, we want to thank you for attending the NACDS annual meeting and for all the work that you do to keep our industry going. For now, I'm Sarah Solomon for NACDS TV, and we'll see you at the next NACDS event.